Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Turn it down.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Wow.
The last Sunday of the year. Oh my goodness, we made it through Christmas. I feel relaxed. Much relief.
You know, it's so amazing at the end of the year when we take a look at all the things that were done throughout the year. We definitely can go, whoosh, I got that done.
I know.
And then so here we sit talking about all the things we're doing next year. So
we are very excited.
We are
very
excited.
We
about that.
actually, for our Spiritual Church Club partners, we have already mapped out all of 2025, and the journal will be ready for the first Sunday, which is next Sunday.
Right.
Be ready to work from the year's journal instead of backtracking. We're working with it from the front and from the beginning. So it's very exciting.
And that is so exciting. So what I want to say to partners who are online, we'd love to send you out your journal. So please send an email to us at Sofa Sundays, either JS or MD at Gmail. Either one, send us an email so that we know that this is something you want to work with. And we'll send it out to you.
Right, we could do that. We could send it digitally too. Where you
there we
print
go.
Yourself, whatever you
Look
want.
at that.
Way, so
Digital. Look at me being all old school.
We're so fancy here on the sofa.
We can digitalize. Oh,
yeah. So that way you have it.
Just recall, I'm still on drugs. Actually,
she
I'm
had
not.
Hip surgery. She had hip surgery.
Actually, I'm not. But when I make mistakes, I figure it's a good thing to say.
She can still say it if she wants. I don't know.
I'm on a lot of prednisone, which makes me eat a lot.
Oh, that's what
I know.
Like. I don't want to do that.
I know.
I did eat a lot though.
Did you eat a lot
It was
over
delicious.
the holidays?
Everything was delicious. Yeah. So I have no excuse.
All right. Shall we pray in?
Yes. Do you want to do this?
I would like to pray
She's
in.
in the mood.
I'm in the prayer.
I knew you were in the mood when you were like, "Hey, where's
my bowl?" So let's do that again. Let's take a deep breath and let go of everything that happened prior to this moment. Just releasing it and knowing that we can pick it up later if we need to. And then just grounding ourselves, feeling the seat underneath us, our feet on the ground, the support of the universe, of all that is under us, over us, through us, around us, holding us, like the gentle, fragile, perfect beings that we are. Knowing that this is the truth of us because this is the truth of the divine. The divine is all that there is. So as we breathe this perfect breath and we take in this perfect love of the air all around us, knowing that we are one heartbeat, one breath, one divine being, I speak my word into the law for the highest and best good of our time together, knowing that we are blessed, that we are guided, that each person receives exactly what they need today, that they have what it is to receive the grace and blessings of this day and to bring it to others. Because as we light our light and our joy, we allow others permission to be the same. And I bless leaders and teachers of all faiths and cities and countries everywhere, knowing that they are guided, guarded, and protected, that each person makes the perfect decision for those around them, and knowing that there is only one, and that one is bringing light and love to all. And with this, I am so grateful. I am grateful for this time. I am grateful for this joy. I am grateful for this light. So I let it go. I let it go into the law that only says yes. And together we say, and so it is.
I know, it's a juicy one this morning.
Yeah.
We've got a really yummy one. But before we do that, we want to tell you where we are. We're at the home of Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington's practice, her classes, her courses. And I want to take a quick moment to send out a lot of healing energy and love to Reverend Dr. Michelle. She is recovering from the appearance of collecting a bunch of germs on her traveling.
Yeah.
But
she did have an awesome experience of travel. So now
going somewhere she hasn't gone before.
Yes.
Really?
Right.
Went to
she went to India before she went to see
Elvis
Graceland.
I know this is so does not make those of you that know her that's very strange.
Yes.
But she made it there. And she's paying for it now.
You know what? That's part of post-COVID world, right? You know, we are now more aware. I don't think that it was ever not an awareness, you know, because airborne would not be a thing.
Right.
But we are more aware now that when we get on airplanes, people
have germs.
We have germs,
yes.
Yeah.
But leave it to Michelle for extending Christmas this year.
There you go.
Christmas will be
and now
January 20th on the 19th.
And now I will be able to Tony and I will be able to attend because
and Peter and I as well.
The candlelight was going to be a time period where I was not quite ready. So now we'll be able to attend.
We appreciate the effort to extend Christmas
this
year.
Yes, so that we can attend.
Yes.
So it's all about us.
Of course. But we love you so much, and we just want to throughout your days,
sending love,
just sending lots of love that way. But anyway, the location that we are, in case you haven't been here yet,
is 7220 North 16th Street. We're between Glendale and Northern. We're in building A1. That's not a steak sauce, but you will notice the girls on the door. So come on out. This is Phoenix, Arizona, 85020. So if you are around, you still have time if you are in the 85020 zip code. So
yes, no excuses.
Right? I know, like, Sue, you're up the street. Where are you? And so
listen,
I call people out.
We're getting ready for a new year, so do some things different. If you wanted anything to be different last year or this year, if you look back on 2024 and you say to yourself, man, I wish this, or I wish I had done that, or I wish I'd made that happen, here's your chance. Do something different. Join this community. Be here on Sundays. Be with like-minded individuals. Develop this tribe that can support you through whatever it is you're trying to accomplish.
Look at the blonde tribe that's here now.
And yes.
My blonde tribe.
The crew has arrived.
There we go.
Anyway, we're gearing up. This is just, I can feel it. I can feel the excitement, the things that
going into our third year.
I know.
We are definitely a little bit more prepared.
Yes.
And, so which is good. I don't know if you guys know that, we're not scripted here, but do you know we're not scripted in life at all? Like, everything is a fly by the seat of your pants type of deal. So not everything, but close.
Wait, no, my whole life. No,
I mean about our ministry.
About our ministry, right.
But close. So we do a lot of flow, but this year last year we started with a business plan and did a few things, we did first quarter, and then we got busy. I got married. You got married. Yes, you got married in the first.
So that was the problem. My fault. Just down in the second quarter, I got married, and then the whole.
Yeah, and that was it for the year. So
I'm back. Fine. It's gonna be fine.
But we are set up, like you said, we are set up for next year, which feels good to me.
It feels good.
It feels good
because then we can give you guys the journals ahead of time. We want everybody to be working through
that
because
there are time periods I think that we need that extra support. And
Right.
so this journals with the cards will enhance your experience from Sunday. It won't just be Sunday. You
Right.
can move it through the week. And
Right.
we'll have workshops and
more
classes
live presence
and-
online.
yes.
Miss Evie's
Oh,
here.
there she is.
We'll have
She's
more
my-
live.
She's my matching
live
king gal.
presence too. Yes.
We had the same doctor.
And listen, we don't do late here at the sofa. So
No.
we understand a lot of you go to different services at not like the 9 o'clock. And that's why we made this 11:11 because she likes 11:11. But we made it a second service type of a deal so that if you have another home that you like to go to, you don't have to feel
Right.
like you have to pick one.
So
or
if you
the
go
other.
to New Vision or Unity, you can come here afterwards.
Right, you can have a bunch of it, and then if you're ever like, oh my gosh, I'm running behind. No, we
Yeah.
have a whole buffer before we start to talk. So
Right.
like, never feel like you can't come in at whatever time you
Absolutely.
get here. That is never a thing for us. So just want to make that really clear.
There you go. And so you've been reading out of the book.
I did what?
You've been reading out of the book the last couple of times.
Well,
Well,
of
normally
course.
because I've not been here.
I know.
I love how you do it.
How I introduce all that because I
Yeah.
think people can't see
Yeah,
what we're saying.
I love that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you want to do it today?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, we are on page 207 in the Anton New Thoughts for Today book. We won't be seeing this book in 2025 that much. We're going to be pulling from Ernest Holmes, Catherine Ponder. I'm trying to think some of the others. Did we get Eckhart Tolle?
Eckhart Tolle, Deepak.
I think might be
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, we have
So
lots of new books.
We have a
We'll be
lot of
having some
new
book
books.
studies.
Yeah.
Throughout the year. So much planned for next year for anyone, but our partners get that for free as part of this community. Get that for free. So we love that. All right. So this is called Peace on Earth. And it's written by Reverend Gay Beauregard, Religious Science, Alpine, California. And so he starts with a quote. Oh, she starts with a quote from Jimi Hendrix, which I mean,
Right.
This is amazing. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Beautiful. All right. So her reading is, as we ring out the year, no matter what the future holds, let us take the advice the angels gave to the shepherds and offer glory to God in the highest and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's from Luke 2:14. Every year since 1986, at noon, Greenwich time on December 31st, people all over the world have joined in repeating the World Healing Day Prayer for Peace, written by John Randolph Price. You can find it on the Planetary Commission website. Whether you participate at the specific time, noon Greenwich time is 4 a.m. Pacific Coast time.
Or 5 a.m. Arizona time.
Man, that's early. Doesn't really matter as much as saying the prayer and feeling its transformative power. Remember that peace comes to the world one person at a time, for it is an inner feeling of acceptance that all is well. Know that God wants its creation to be at peace in order to experience the reality that is beyond this third dimension. In truth, God, spirit, reality, whatever name you call it, is waiting for each and every one of us to see beyond the veil, to live in harmony and oneness with the divine. This experience can be brought about as we let go of fear and trust that our life is the life of God and that we are always held in its loving embrace. And the affirmation that Reverend Gay gave us is, I am doing my part to reveal the kingdom of light, love, peace, and understanding on earth. I am a living soul with the Spirit of God dwelling within me. I am at peace. Thank you, Reverend Gay Beauregard, Religious Science, Alpine, California. This is so powerful. To me, this reading for the end of the year and to launch us into the beginning of the year, like, wow, we could be here for a couple hours. So I hope you guys brought your comfy clothes. But I'm just kidding. But I feel like there's so much to unpack.
There's so much in this. So just anytime we go to the spiritual leaders of the rock world, I'm a fan. I quote Jim Morrison in my talks all the time, right? No one here gets out alive. So, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. this also reminds me of Dr. Martin Luther King, with, how his expression about love being what conquers hate versus,
Right.
We can't hate our way out of hate. We have to love our way out of it.
Yeah.
And that can
And
be
that's
hard.
such a thought.
Yes.
It's such a thought. I mean, I don't know that, did you realize that before that quote, before he said that hate can't drive out hate, only love can do that? Did you ever realize that before? Like, I think that was one of the first times I was like,
No, I wasn't
Hold on a
born
minute.
before that quote.
well, I wasn't there when but you know what I mean? The first time I heard that, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. So every time you come at me and I come back,
Right.
I'll dish it right back. Wait a minute. Whoa, that's
Yeah.
just, I'm creating the same thing. Wow.
Yeah. And it is a mind blown type of thing.
Man.
Because if we could give sight to energy exchange, if we could give it a color or some kind of experience like bubbles, whatever. I like bubbles, right? Like if we could give something that says, I see that energy between us, we would notice more when someone is in maybe a space where we don't want to exchange our energy with them.
Oh, yeah.
And that, I don't know how many of you have seen this meme. There's this lit up guy and he walks into a bunch of black, shadowy darkness of figures. And when he walks in, the light starts to trickle out and these people light up. And there's the thing, and this is the time of year, we'll talk about light all of December, so here we are. It is about the light within. It is about shining that light through without accepting the darkness back from people, which can be really, really difficult at times.
If you're an empath, for sure.
Oh my
You pick it up
goodness.
without even noticing. You have to always be protective of
Right.
your energy. Yeah.
And that that I give so much love. My partner's an empath, and we will walk around. And I'm sorry, Dave. I always do this when she's here, right? She's like, I'm not talking about you. Yeah. But if we walk around, but I can tell when we've been someplace where it can be Costco during Christmas time. Okay, let me just say that.
Talk about anxiety before you even get out.
Let me just say that. But there is so much energy coming off of people who want the deal, who want the thing, who need that energy. And I don't even remember what we went for. And, but as we, because you have to have a Costco hot dog when you leave. And so we were having our Costco hot dogs and I was like, I am so done with this place. And I'm like, okay, I knew that it was just a lot for her, on that topic. And, so yeah, the having the protection and the energy exchange, and if you're empath, don't go into Costco during Christmas time.
We're just gonna say
yeah, that's a spiritual rule, I think now. Nope, not going.
Put it all.
Yeah.
Right. And I love this. Our quote today being, where did I put it?
It's a long one.
I know.
How'd you fit all that on that card?
I don't know. It was. I don't know. I worked very hard to get on the card. I am doing my part to reveal the kingdom of light, love, peace, and understanding here on earth. And when I looked at this, I knew Ernest had something, so I just grabbed a little something from our guy.
Oh my
gotta
goodness.
do it. You
gotta
know,
do
we
it.
love talking.
We do.
So on page 485, for those of you who want to look up later or now, 485 in The Science of Mind, and you see how beat up this book is. I'm telling you, it's your life book. You're going to pull it out. Oh,
yeah, I'm going to pull mine out.
Hers is just as beat up.
I don't even have a cover anymore.
Yeah, just give up. Just give up on the cover.
I need a brown paper bag. This is why your parents made us do this when we were younger.
485. If you look down there, it says the inner light. It's from Romans 8:21 is where it's coming from, the overall idea. But it says, the creature shall be delivered from bondage. As the inner light dawns, it delivers the outer life from bondage. This is in line with the teaching that everything is from within out. When the soul knows freedom, the law will free the body, and the outer life will express health, happiness, and success. So, to me, did I want to read this? I love this too. All things work for our good. All things work for our good. Not some things, not sometime. All things work for our good. And we talk about this all the time, how we are deciding that this is good or bad or whatever. But if we truly believe that the universe has our back, that all things are working for our good, even the ones that we would say was bad or we didn't like it, it's still working in that way for us. Even that which we call evil is salutary, leading us to the way, the truth, and the life. Suffering, all capitalized. Suffering should teach us a lesson which would cause us to refrain from making more mistakes like that, right? It carries a blessing with it when we learn how to garner knowledge from the experience. It's coming from in here. So if I say I am doing my part to reveal the kingdom of light, love, peace, and understanding here on earth, I'm not out here doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not running around trying to make a difference, trying to help this, trying to change this. It's in here. It's my work's in here. And then it just,
and you do the next right thing because you're guided.
It comes from in, yes.
You're guided to the next right thing.
We are all that is. So work on that understanding here, and it doesn't feel like all that work out there. Right? It just happens. It's just who we are.
So as you were talking, it reminded me of our email exchange yesterday where I was like, okay, here's the things that I have going on in 2025, the dates, we'll need guests or whatever, tell me what you have for yours. And then I said, but of course all this can change, and that is where all things work for our good. Even that which we call evil is salutary, meaning hello, leading us to the way, the truth, and the life. And suffering should teach us, so recalling when this book was written.
Yes.
And
1930
something. Yeah. And even though New Thought is not new, it's based on ancient teachings. Our language around New Thought philosophy has changed a lot since this time period.
Right. And this is even the newer version,
right?
The original book that he did, which is impossible to read.
Our language around New Thought has changed where, and because of Ernest, right?
Yeah.
Change your thinking, change your life. That is his motto.
That's the quick.
Yep.
If I have to sum it up.
Right. So
one thing
we have learned over the last almost 100 years to change the way we view the world, how we see things, from it's being done to me, from that to it's being done for me or through me or as me, right? So we have honestly changed the way that we're thinking, and our lives have moved to a different way of being, where I don't know any religious scientist that would use the word evil today.
No, and
even
as I was reading it, it's
it's
I don't believe,
right, because that's not how we view things now. So how wonderful, though, because this, based on the Christian Bible text and the New Testament, is able to reach in and grab that part that says, you're changing in here. You change for you. You change for your experience, your worldview. And as you do, you bring light, love, and life to others.
Yeah.
And that's so.
I have one more reading since you brought up the love part, but this is also in Ernest. I was just playing in Ernest today, on 478. There's a little excerpt called Love, and he's pulling from John 13:34 and 35. But it says, love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. It is written that God is love, and that we are his expressed likeness, the image of the eternal being. Love is self-givingness through creation, the impartation of the divine through the human. Love is an essence, an atmosphere which defies analysis, as does life itself. It is that which is and cannot be explained. It is common to all people, to all animal life, and evident in the response of plants to those who love them. Love reigns supreme over all. That's just what we are. That's all we are. We're just love. It's already there. There's nothing, we just have to allow it and recognize it and be in it and allow ourselves. Look, you've got that.
I have the whole thing.
See, I'm telling you.
This whole thing. Yeah. And I love, it is written that God is love, right?
It is written that.
And, as a young child, that was the first thing I was taught. What is God? God is love, right? Yes. And do we really comprehend? Love is one of those words you don't always really comprehend. I mean, I know I don't. Well, there's
a lot of
so
people
many
misunderstand it because of what was associated with the word. Might not have been.
Yeah. Or yeah, right. This word that people said,
they said
I love you,
but then this happened.
And then I was harmed in a certain way.
So that's confusing.
It can be. So this is that. Whoops. Sorry.
Getting a little wild there.
I guess I'm a little too close. This is that.
It's your energy.
Right. That's my love. The eternal, the divine, and I'm looking over at Tara because I remember you saying something about us breathing in love, and that being the essence, that's all there is. And you can't see it, you just breathe it. It is, and I got
get a little goosies.
Yeah. That love is an essence, an atmosphere which defies analysis, as does life itself.
We try to define.
Oh, sure.
We try our best.
Yeah.
We try our best to understand and in the humanness, in this human experience. But just stop that.
Yeah, because you can't.
Just stop it. Just go within.
Feel it.
Begin within. That's why we call it that, because it was a constant reminder to ourselves. Begin within. Mm-hmm. We have to start there, and if you stay in that present space, you just know, you know it and feel it. You can't word it. It's here, right?
Yes.
And then when we do that, we bring forth, we do our part. Our part is what's that? I was telling, so I want to do some nonprofit work. I want to create a nonprofit for some children. And I was telling Peter that it's so frustrating. Your mind, the human mind, the ego can start messing with you and be like, well, what can you really do for this or this? And it becomes overwhelming. And you start to feel what's the point, right? But then I always remember that story about the starfish, the little girl on the beach with the starfish, and she's throwing them back in. And the person says, there's so many that have been washed up. And the guy says, you're never going to be able to save them all. There's nothing. What's the point? And what does it matter? She says, well, it matters to this one. It matters to this one. So it's only doing your part. It's not saying do all of it. Right. I think that's where humans, in our humanness experience, we get ourselves to the point where if I can't do it, I can't save them all. If I can't fix it all, or if I can't, what's the point? No. If our nonprofit picks 10 kids, it's important to them. Maybe we can't do the hundreds and all the kids that we know need help. Maybe my mind was stop doing that, because you're going to make yourself crazy, and it breaks my heart.
And that's an inner
critic. I can't do anything. Yeah.
That's an inner critic giving you
knock
the whole,
it off.
Doing the whole who do you think you are? You can't. And that stops a lot of us. So we have to make sure we have that, actually who I am is a divine being with an idea and an expression, and I can.
Yes.
We tell that inner critic, actually, I've got this.
And if you just do your part, stop hogging all the parts. Or stop feeling like I got to do all the parts, or what I do isn't significant.
Yes, firstborns.
No, I know, and I'm a firstborn. I know.
Stop hogging all the parts.
So stop,
How many firstborns in this room?
Look at us.
Yeah.
We need our own club. We need our own support group.
It's a whole different world. I know there's that meme that says the strongest man you'll ever meet is a firstborn woman.
Amen, sister. Amen, sister. But I think
especially if her father wanted a boy.
Oh, my dad didn't care, but still. But it's a paralyzing thought to have this thought about I want to do whatever, and then to start to see all of it, and then you can just get yourself out of what your
you get overwhelmed.
Just do your part, even if your part is just I'm going to pray every morning, or I'm going to work on my spiritual recognizing the truth of who and whose I am, and I'm just going to do these little things, and then the next day just do your part.
Right.
Just for next year, that's it. It doesn't have to be I change the whole world and everything's going to be amazing. Like no, it's okay. Like
yes, years ago I gave up resolutions.
Good.
I gave up resolutions, right? Right. I do vision boards.
I love it.
And I looked back over 2024, my vision board versus what happened. And some things still didn't happen. There's the cruises on there and the hiking. As we know, body parts have decided that wasn't a thing for 2024. But the other things was I had it speaking on there long before I ever got on a stage speaking, standing up with shoes on. I know that's important.
A big deal.
It's an important discovery.
We have shoes on today because it's cold.
It's cold, and I have compression socks on that don't have toes. So now you know too much. So
we're authentic here on this.
That's right.
People.
So there was this speaking thing that was on there. There was creativity and humor on there, and I noticed last night. And travel, because we traveled this year. There was a card on there that I had gotten at, we did a breathwork exercise, and she let us keep our cards. Maybe it was from there. Maybe it was from the fire walk. I'm not sure, but there was a card on my vision board. It was probably fire walk. And it says, starlight bathing. So this is January.
Starlight bathing. Oh,
yes.
I like it.
Or bathing in starlight, something like that. The card. This is January that it must have been the fire walk. And in June, we went to Utah, and I bathed in the starlight. There we were in the middle of nowhere.
How cool is that?
And laying out on this deck with no light except the stars. And we slept in this clear dome that, because it was cold now, even in June, slept in this clear dome where as I was laying on my side, I could see Cancer, the sign of Cancer, we could see all everywhere we looked. And I looked at that card and I was like, that wasn't even something I had given energy to. Right? It was something that happened that, expressed itself because I walked on fire, that's how that went. And so when looking back over 2024, yes, there were some things that did not hit my register of good. Okay. I'm not going to deny that. However, this was an inventory of what was accomplished and what was experienced that was so good. And I want us to have that reflection time today and to be able to release the other stuff and to anchor in the things we did accomplish. So are you guys game for that? I got time.
We can do that at the end. You could close with that because I think that would be great with it. But I want to do in January. Why don't we do a vision boarding after church one Sunday?
That would be awesome.
You guys want to do that? You want to create vision board? Anybody interested? I think that'd be fun. I'll bring a bunch of fun stuff.
I
got all kinds of
scissors and
fun pen. Yeah,
and
all kinds
glue
of
sticks and
I got all that.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. I already have like 6 boards.
Well,
I just bought them at Michael's.
I don't have a board.
I just they're blank.
Oh, I thought you
bought them
already
in a
did.
pack.
I'm like, well, I don't have a vision for next year.
No, I know. I was just we had to. So where I go to therapy, Michael's is next door. So Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
there it
that's a
is.
whole other
Okay, so
story.
we'll reach out. We will plan it for January. Ooh, that'd be
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, we'll send out an email. If you're on our email list, and if you're not on our email list, get on our email
Or
list.
just respond to this and say, I'm
Yeah.
in. And I'll
There we
send
go.
the info. That's cool. You
All
could do
right.
it. We could even, well, anyway.
You want to write that down?
I don't know.
Oh, you already know?
I
That's
know.
right. Your
Do
brain's
it.
so good. I can't recall things. Vision board in January.
Oh, and
Yay.
don't forget, we are doing the peace meditation.
We are?
Yes, at 5 a.m. We do this every year. She's teasing. She loves it so much. Pajamas or sweats, please. We're being comfy because it's cold and comfy.
And it is New Year's Eve day, not New Year's Day. So that would
That
be
always
the
messes me up.
31st.
31st,
Tuesday.
Tuesday morning at 5.
Tuesday
We'll
at
have
5.
coffee and hot chocolate, and we will.
And I'm looking at my partner because normally I do these things alone, but I can't drive yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Dakota, but you'll love it. And then we go to breakfast afterwards over at the 5 and Diner. We've been doing that for so long.
Yeah.
But those of you online, we will live stream it so you can do it with us.
Yes.
You can be up in your coziness. And
Yes. Lovely.
So anyway, there's a couple things.
There
All
you
right.
go.
But
You know, you hadn't been posting about it. I really thought we were going to get away with not doing it this year.
That's one of my favorites.
I know
It's not my favorite thing when I have to get up, but once I'm here,
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah.
You can sleep the rest of the
This is
day.
why I'm up.
You can nap the rest of the day,
Yeah.
and then if you're a partier for New Year's Eve, because
You're
New
fine.
Year's Eve we'll be partying ourselves and celebrating midnight at 10 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
East
right.
Coast midnight.
All right.
You're lucky I'm not celebrating Australian midnight.
Oh my God.
Was that like 8 a.m.?
Well, before we move into what you're going to lead us through in the end, that I love also on this reading where it says, "I am a living soul with the Spirit of God dwelling within me. I am at peace." All of this stuff that we are going to do, take our part to reveal, is already within us. We already are that, which we need to do our part revealing. And as we do that, as we do our work and do that, we allow in that space, in that presence, we allow others to do it for themselves too. So we are like a beacon of that light as we share our, do our part in revealing it. We are like a beacon for others to do it as well. And that's how we change everything. We don't have to change everything by ourselves. We change everything by being our part, and then everyone else puts their part, and then it changes everything.
It's so amazing when you talk about that, because I have seen this recently in situations that we've been participating in art. And as this art starts to develop, Dakota's art starts to develop and stuff, we see other artists around say, "Oh, I want in on that. How did you do that?" And so I see Dakota's light just brimming and expanding and taking off.
So much more is coming out of it than
Yes.
just, I'm going to do this.
And
now
it really was. It was one of these things where it was like, hey, let's do a craft night. And now it's a business. It's a experience. It is being worn.
it's clothing.
It's clothing. It has
and
been,
it's helping others.
Yes.
She has another thing coming up where it's
right. So like
cool.
it's not just the art. The art itself is part of it, but it's also like sound healing through drumming. There's different modalities as part of this business that are starting to be expressed. And as they're revealed.
Be revealed. This is what has happened.
And you'll be part of it because it'll be here too.
It'll be here.
Yeah. So I can't wait for us to
But
have a soul fire vibe,
totally,
drumming circle,
just maybe, I don't know how long it took you to find that within yourself. Like maybe you could speak to that for a minute, if True has the mic. But like, I know like sometimes we have to take that moment to go within and find that. And then as soon as you could just see it, like so much is coming coming out now, but it was the work within had to come first.
Right. True.
Give Dakota the mic. Okay. This is
introvert's nightmare.
We love you. We love you.
When an introvert marries an extrovert.
Oh, we don't make you sit on the sofa, but just
Yes.
like, how long do you think it took to like do it within so that you could reveal all, because all this stuff is coming out now of you now.
Right, but I think that took a circumstance to really kind of get the ball rolling. So I don't even think this
You're
thing
on.
is working.
You're on.
It's on,
Oh,
yeah.
am I?
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the things I have been thinking about for a while, but there was no action. And then this situation or thing came along that kind of prompted it, that forced the move. And I was like, well, let's see what happens. And then one thing led to another as I was showing up, and it kind of just took on its own life. So
I love that.
it's, that thing where we just sort of come alive and then wanting to share that and just having a good time doing it. So that really was it. It was the feeling behind it that changed.
Mhm.
The instant that changed, one thing led to another. And it was,
And
it just
it's
came. I was
rolling.
like, this is, Cadillac problems, right? I'm like, well, at some point I'm gonna have to catch my breath, but
And now it's
But
so
it was-
fast. Now
yeah.
it's just that spirit moving in as and through you. Like
now I'm like, I have to organize this.
it's like, okay, God, did you give me the plan too, or are you just moving through me like and all this stuff's coming out? I love it though. I love that for
Thank
you and
you.
for all of us that are benefiting from that.
Yes.
From all of, it's beautiful work. So
Anybody else have any type of,
Oh,
there we go. Christian's in the house.
So glad to be back.
Yes, we are too.
As I read the affirmation today, I think I look back on the year, and yes, there were a lot of opportunities I had and good experiences to express light, love, peace, and understanding. But I think the thing that I really had to embrace, and I'll connect it to what you said up there, and then Tara as well, is I never really embraced like putting on the mask first. When I needed to. I wanted to take care of everyone else and thought that I needed to be really strong for others. And I realized like I was kind of suffocating in my own grandiose idea of what I needed to accomplish in life. And so I really love, the sentiment of like breathing in love. And I kind of needed to pause in the last few months and take that mask and breathe in that love and take care of myself first, so then I can be that light, love, peace, and understanding for others. And so that's something I'm really going to embrace in this next year. But I think just ensuring that, we are in a good place to do that. And then I think we express this the most through modeling, of just being our authentic selves and kind of expressing that. So it's definitely going to be a good journey that I think we're on.
I love
Yes.
that. Thank you. I love it. Anyone else feel anything coming up? All right. I think you can lead us through it as a
All
closing.
right.
I love that idea.
Okay, so I'd like you to get comfortable. I'm gonna even take off my glasses. That's how comfortable I'm getting. And, if it feels safe for you, close your eyes. If not, just soft gaze. And let's be really supported. So like feel that chair under you, your feet on the floor, and, a hand on your heart. And if it feels comfortable, a hand on your belly, right? This area of your belly is like that gut reaction. There are different names and different practices, but I'm just going to say, let's go with it being that part of our gut, our intuition, and our heart, which leads us. So we're going to breathe into both these spaces and breathe out through them too. If it feels good, make a noise. And one more. Now that we're like connected inside, let's just take a little look around. And in this moment, What are those things that pop up that didn't get accomplished? That were on the list at wants and desires? Those things we thought we needed to do, wanted to do, expected to do. Now we don't want to carry these into next year. We are going to stack them up very neatly. We're going to take those expectations, those wants, those desires. They can be good things, they can be not so good things, but they are left in the past. Their time is done. They did not happen, and it is okay. Because everything works for our good. There is no evil being salutary to us. We are life, love, peace, and joy. So now in your mind's eye, you're going to take that broom. It's either a push broom, a whisk broom, a Roomba, whatever. However it looks for you. And we are going to just sweep that out the door. No more. We release it. We release the hold on our heart. We release the hold on our intuition, on our mind. We are not shamed for unaccomplished items. We are whole, perfect, and complete, as is 2024. And so let's breathe in, because now there is an emptiness here, a spaciousness in our heart, in our intuition, in our mind's eye. Creativity is now activated. And as we know, nature abhors a vacuum. So here is where we are going to open, and if it feels good, raise your hands to receive. We are going to be open to receive the divine light, the divine love, as it percolates these last couple of days of 2024. Now that we have released, we are open. And who knows what will show up? It will show up new and improved. What comes to us is for us. And as long as it harms no one, it is ours to do, have, and be. How exciting! How exciting is that we are here at this time period with this amazing love of spirit that we are breathing in, that we are surrounded in, that we are encased, enveloped, and loved in. This is the divine presence known as Jeannie, known as Michelle, known as each and every person within the sound of my voice and beyond, because we are the light of the world. So if it feels good, bring that into your heart. Just gather that all in this self-hug. This is your divine moment. And everything that happens from here is new, expressing new. expressing as you, this divine self. That feels good. So let's bring ourselves back from the ethers. Get grounded back into your seat, this place. And roll your head, your feet, your hands. Feel that. That's an energy. Before you open your eyes, feel that. It is right here. I call it good. So it is.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
So good. I love it. I love the idea of leaving all that back there.
Yeah,
Like we didn't. It's just that doesn't matter.
that's right. It's
It's not
done.
coming into this. You're going, man.
That's
I wish
right.
I had lived that. No,
Yeah,
it's gone. So it's still done.
Yeah. And new stuff
So what?
comes
What do you
in.
want to do now? All right.
Exactly. We have all new things coming.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm all goosey.
So excited. I was so excited.
All
All
right.
right. So.
I feel like, that felt so good.
Good.
Yeah, I could run a marathon. Oh, wait a minute. Calm down, Jeannie. Calm down. I got yelled at for trying to walk without the cane. So.
Yes, yell at her, please. Okay, so listen, we love everyone being here in person. We love all of you being here online. And we want to thank you so much for being here with us another full year.
Yes.
So excited to be continuing to do something that we love and that we get to share and do our part on the sofa. So if you love what we've done today, if you want to be a part of this community, it's very simple. Just show up.
Mhm.
Just be here.
Just be here.
Just be here online or in person. If you're in Arizona, we're starting to get more people coming in person. So if you need hugs, if you need community, this is the place to be.
Absolutely.
And if you want to share your treasure with us, that helps us to grow this community more. And you can do that in two ways. One is just a simple donation of whatever works for you. The other way would be to become a Spiritual Church Club partner. And there's benefits to that. Like you get one of our cool mugs with our logo on it. Matcha. Yeah, we have to do it all the time. And we have a Sofa Sundays charm, and we have all of our classes and anything that we produce is free to our partners. That's something that we do that. All of our
cards, the journals,
everything
Yes.
is because of the support we get financially from our partners. So if you want to do that, we love that. If you're just not ready for that right now and you want to do a donation, that's fine. We just appreciate the financial support. Oh, for the partnership, it's $45 for the individual monthly or $75 for a couple or a family. Yeah. And you can do that by going to beginwithinministries.com. It's just right there, beginwithinministries.com. And there's at the bottom of the page, there's a donation section. So we appreciate that. But there's more. You can also like our feeds. You can
Please like our feeds.
If you start subscribing to our YouTube channel, then they let us go live also that way.
Right.
So we appreciate any of that support. Anytime you bring a guest, you talk about us,
Right.
just the growth.
Just share.
That's
share.
our big goal.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. Yeah.
That is. And I will say, with the help of our partners and our supporters sharing us, that's one of the ways that Michelle and I can get to other churches. I know you'll miss us on the sofa, but then we get to bring our message of Sofa Sundays to others and who we are as ministers.
Yes.
So we also like that you are helping us individually and collectively. So we
Right.
appreciate that.
Right. And we love what we're creating here.
Yes.
So, and I'll be here. I will put out a thing for
5 a.m.
5 a.m. 5 a.m. my friends, 5 a.m. But you get to be just roll out of bed. Just go to bed in your pajamas or your sweats.
If
and just
you've
roll out of
ever
bed.
seen pictures from years before,
Yes,
yeah,
that's what
we
it
are
is.
not done up.
And then, no.
There's hats on the head,
Mhm.
but-
and we do go to breakfast
and we
afterwards.
do go to
So
Five
we
and
get to
Diner
have
afterwards,
some
so
fellowship
it's-
time.
It's an
really
amazing
special.
fun time.
It really is a special time. There's a reading that we do all together. So
Yes.
it's a special time, and we light it all up with candles and stuff. So it's beautiful. It's worth it. But anyway, thank you for another great year. We're so happy.
Thank you, and we'll see you in New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.